Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, May 20, 2024. It'll last at 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call this Wednesday, around 9:15 p.m. Eastern or so. And we're going to talk about the new structure of this country and the planet. When, and of course it's, I don't believe that it's like 50 million of us will all transcend, ascend at one time, because we're at different understandings or comprehension during this transitory time for the civilization. But massive positive change begins with one simple choice: the decisions to relax deeply into the experience you are having right now. Now, once you consciously and continuously choose this, you can release your rushing habit and lifestyle that believes there's somewhere better than here now. Only then can you access the ability to give yourself permission to relax. When you have no concept of time and are truly honoring the timeless, eternal being that you are, you can actually relax into the core of your innermost being. Now, obviously, we have things constantly around us that we're creating, whether knowingly or not, that seem to put us into a state of what? Hurriedness, rushing. I don't believe that any of us are really exempt from that. I think it's just varying degrees that we all experience at certain times. I do believe that there are some of us that will know it's coming or that it's starting, and we shift gears into a different direction. So we don't care to engage in that rush hurriedness anymore. Now, we've all been literally mired in it for generations, lifetimes. So it's not like we're ignoring it. There's a reason for it, obviously. Reason is that when we've exposed ourselves enough to it and create enough around us to create it, then you ever get to a point where you say, it's time to move on to something else. We've done what we've desired to do, what we wanted to do with this hurried and rush life, right? Now we're returning back to our natural state of being. Tranquility, peace, bliss, joy, which is what we are made of, the gods that we are. Those are just part of the ingredients. And when we finally get to the understanding with ourselves that the concept of time does not exist, and when you may want to visit this in the quiet time of this meditation, is that you begin to realize that time is just a construct. Okay, so what is time? Time binds us time holds us down. It directs us, it hurries us, it rushes us. Under time, we're under a time crunch, a time schedule. Isn't it? Notice how you push and pull against time in your life. How do we force life to be something other than what we are? How are our relationships with people, situations, money, job, and ourselves? Is it stressful? How often do we go with the flow or struggle to move upstream? Notice what your relationship is like with time, and what type of relationship with time that you can have that will truly satisfy you. Now, many of us right now in this very moment, we're used to thinking, how can I get more of X, Y, Z and get away from A, B, C? Then we never find that golden palace with its diamond floors and walls. Even when our desires get manifested, the ego is pleased just as we know. It isn't. It's temporary. What does it feel like to release the idea that our desires need to be achieved at a certain time and move into the present moment of feeling, what is my experience of life, of this life, in this now moment? When we are simply here now, the blissful peace and a magical stillness arises within our very being. When the mind is silent, not asking but receiving life, the Shakti energy has nowhere else to go but into you, because you are now here in stillness. You can maintain, and I emphasize maintain, the deep stillness inside you for several weeks, months, or even years, depending on how much internal, mental, and emotional negative thinking habits you've stopped analyzing and repressing on the inside and started letting them fully go as they arise. So in other words, that stuff comes up, and it's like you have the door open before it was locked, right? And they just accumulate there. But now they come in and the door is open and there's cross ventilation and they just kind of float right out. You don't even touch them. So as soon as they surface, they're out the door. You don't stand there and collect them. By abiding in this space of stillness inside, something magical occurs along the way. You start seeing your dreams and desires become manifested before your very eyes. By staying present to the now, paying close attention to the innermost core of your being, watching the mind play out its drama, and not being attached to the scene, you become an exotic master of your life. By staying present to the now, paying close attention to the innermost core of your being, in other words, the God that you are, watching the mind play out its drama. You're watching it, say. You're not in it, so to speak. You're watching it. You watch the mind play out its drama, and you're not being attached to the scene. You then become an exotic master of your life. And the twisted truth of all of this is that if you can just relax, you simply cannot miss the magical core of your innermost being. How many of us are truly relaxed? I think we might have a misinterpretation of what relax is. There may be lifetimes of issues in our way. Yet, guess what? We do not have to figure them all out to drop into a state of relaxation inside. Once we realize that our mind has been working so hard, trying to achieve so much in the outer world by strategizing, analyzing, and constantly efforting, we simply let it go. Then we just relax into our core and see the powerful manifestors that we really already are. It's almost like there's this, we create this field, so to speak, right? And it is connected to our programming and our conditioning, right? So then we have this field. And the field, you walk up and you can't go through it. It seems solid, right? You can't figure out why is that field stopping me? I want to enjoy my dreams. I want to manifest this for myself in this life. Just like you can see it, right? And the field is transparent. You can see on the other side of that field all the dreams and all the things that you desire and want in your life and your life to be, but you cannot interact with it. It's this field stopping you. That's really frustrating. And then you come full circle and you begin to understand, wait a minute here. I'm the one that's put this field up. It's an illusion. And as long as I'm mastered by my ego mind, I'm not going to experience that because I'm stopping myself. That's a huge discovery. It isn't a negative. It isn't a deficit. It's a discovery. To see, a lot of times, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Sometimes our innermost magical core may be buried underneath layers of resistance that cannot be easily moved. Yet we can start to uncover the surface by asking ourselves those things that we most need to know. See, try on these questions and see how they hit you. How can you best contribute to others on this planet? What can you do to make life purely enjoyable all the time? What changes can you make in you so that your love life really shines? Now, when you start to dig inside you, and we're not talking about ridicule, self-damnation. We're talking about you being gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times while you dig inside you and you find out why you are here. What your contribution is to this world. You will pass by that which is already at the innermost core of your being. The bigger truth is that every obstacle in your life is a ticket home to yourself. Every obstacle in our lives, and I know for some that's, oh yeah, okay, sure. Every obstacle in our lives is a ticket home to ourselves, whether we like our life or not. Is always a choice of perception and attitude towards it. And when we set aside those negative fear-based thoughts that have been sending our mind into doubt, worry, and skepticism, and consciously move closer to this place of a quiet mind within ourselves, we will relax. And once we relax into the softest, most gentle, and quietest place, we will soon find the innermost core of our being, the God that we are. And when we are able to clearly be quiet, speak our truth, and not be afraid of our greatest energy, we will wake up the golden castle, realize we were living here all along. Knowledge of the self is the mother of all knowledge. So it is incumbent on me to know myself, to know it completely, to know it minutiae, its characteristics, its subtleties, and its very atom below the ground. In this moment, in your body, right here and now, look inside towards the source of your thoughts. Where is this thought coming from? You ever ask yourself that? Where the heck is this thought coming from? Keep looking within. Do not give up. And eventually you'll connect with your spiritual source. Does this place feel more connected to the core of your innermost being? It's where you get to shape and redirect the experiences you want to create. What would your week look like if you started every day from this space inside your being that is all-powerful and conscious all the time? Now, this is a very old form of guided meditation for revealing your innermost core. You sit very still and breathe consciously. And you say the word for 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. That's all. You let the sound come out each time as if it were a long sigh of great relief. Have you ever done that? Have you ever just, you've been doing this and doing that, and you finally sit down and you just go, ah. Well, this is directed, the word ah, for 10 to 15 minutes. And you let that sound come out each time as if it were a long sigh of great relief. So we can identify with that. So we relax inside our body. We let our mind gently quiet. We release any need to do this exercise right, or in a certain amount of time, or whatever the mind may tend to dwell on. Meditate on these 4 words when your mind wanders. It's great. It works every time. Unfocused mind experiencing presence. unfocused mind experiencing presence. Practice this twice a day for the next few weeks. Let go of your other agenda and know this is the most magical transformational thing you can do to awaken your life. You see, we've been living a creation. We are the creators. This is what we do. Now, on this planet, many of us don't realize that we are the creators because we have been absorbed into the matrix, so to speak, of the ego mind. And isn't it ironic that everything that you have ever desired in this life, or any life for that matter, you were like a hair from having it come into your life the whole time. But not knowing, maybe through frustration, maybe through disappointment, through attachment, but you didn't know how to shift that so the hair wasn't there, so that you could really manifest anything you desire into your life. The life you want to live, the relationships you want to experience, all of this. There is nothing, absolutely nothing in this universe, or all the connecting universes, that have the power over you. Period. It is a contrived, assembled deception. All of us have always had the power. It doesn't drain, it doesn't wane. Forever. We are eternal, supremely powerful beings that never die. And we're in these bodies temporarily, as we know. It doesn't make sense that we discover the gods that we are. And then at that point, we begin to realize that anything and everything is ours already. It is, see. It is ours already. We create the life so that we can experience it. There really are no mistakes. There's no fouls. There's no failures. Those are all contrived understandings on this planet. But they really don't exist. They're illusions. And we're so powerful that we create those illusions and we live those illusions. And we don't know it. Nor do we believe that we create our lives, that we can alter our destiny, that we can change our futures at will. And not using our will, we don't need to use our will. That's material physical. And it all comes in. So what do we learn, though? We experience. We're always experiencing. So we experience, well, I'm going to ask for this. I want this. And you're in meditation. You're in the now. And so you send it out to the universe. This is what I want in this moment. You're not attached to it. You have no expectations. You have 100% confidence, truth, and faith in yourself. That's it, period. Which means that you have the same with the universe. Because you are the universe and the universe is you. It's like you're the God is you. With all that power, which is immeasurable, how can an ego mind that's been created as an illusion keep us confused? Well, we know that knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. So when we don't have a way, right, to understand how we take those covers off and reveal our true selves within these bodies. Man's chief delusion in his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. That's our chief delusion, right? It is our conviction that there are causes other than our own state of consciousness. And all that befalls us, all that is done by us, all that comes from us, happens as a result of our state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves, all that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before we can change our outer world. Neville Goddard. We do it. It is irrefutable. It is not debatable. We do it every single moment. And most of us are not consciously aware of it. Wow, that's a wild one. We are always sending out frequency, every one of us. Our bodies are sending out frequencies every split atomic second. And we are constantly transmitting a certain frequency into this universe. All of us are. Now, our thoughts and feelings create an energetic vibration that is sent out into the world. This vibration is then reflected back to you by this universe, producing physical results in your personal world. What you send out is exactly what you get back. That's with everything. Okay, so let's say that you throw aspersions to someone. You ridicule, condemn them, always trying to find fault with them. What do you think is going to happen? That's a vibrational frequency that you're sending out to this world, into this world. And that exact vibration is then reflected back to you by this universe, producing physical results in your personal world. So what you send out is exactly what you get back. Our body is always sending out a specific frequency of energy. It never isn't. The frequency of energy our body and mind tend to vibrate at, okay, will attract or repel the thing we currently desire. Now, if this energy is expansive, inspirational, and positive, it will magnetize similar vibrational experiences back to you, such as amazing opportunity, positive-minded people, prosperous situations, etc. Now, on the other hand, when we are sending out the energy of doubt, frustration, or fear, we tend to magnetize very difficult and challenging experiences that make us suffer endlessly. And comprehending this for ourselves is paramount. And being aware of it in order to manifest what our heart is yearning for in this life, simply and consistently, emit a high positive vibration. And how do you get that? How does that? Well, you have it. You know that. So say you're not really in the best of moods. Okay. Say you're in there. You know, you've slipped down those lower vibrations. What you do is you have a choice, remember. No matter what's going on out there, no matter what's going on with you, remember everything outside of you is a reflection within you. So you surrender into gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. This will shift your vibrational frequency and move it into a higher expanse. That's how you emit a higher positive vibration. And this happens by tapping into those thoughts and feelings that make you feel great about this life. You see, it all connects for us. We know whatever we continuously focus our attention on is what grows and is what we will be manifesting more of down the road. We are all innate. We are manifesting machines. Because that's all we do. We do it 24/7. We cannot stop it. I've had people say, well, can't you just turn it off? Nope. There's no switch to turn it off. You cannot stop manifesting as long as you have this body you're in. We naturally attract whatever we are focusing our attention upon. It's been proven throughout the ages. It isn't a debate. It isn't an argument. It is the real deal. See, our bodies that we're in right now, they're like an engine of this magical machine. That's what our body is. It's like an engine of this magical machine. And our mind, the brakes, gas, and steering wheel. So the manifesting fuel is spirit, which is something we cannot lose, create, or need to fill up. It is forever flowing inside us, as us. It is our essential nature. No matter what you do, think, or believe, you can never lose the connection with this divine fuel inside you. And it can get buried beneath many layers of muck created by the mind. Yet once you investigate the source of any block and truly uncover its mask, you'll discover the block was never real to begin with. It was all imagined. Dennis Degerow made a quote. It's only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to great things. If you're not passionate about something, it's like your work. If you're not passionate about your work, whoa, wow. Through the years, I've seen a lot of people be eaten alive by their jobs because they just didn't like them. It wasn't a passion at all. It was like, well, they had to pay the bills, so that's what they've been dealt. So they're gonna work with that. All of our problems are created between our ears. All of them. And to go even deeper, as the great Master Sage Marana Maharishi once said, all your problems stem from the belief that you were born. Okay? Well, the body is born, right? As we say it, birth born. But you, the real you, the God that you are an eternal being that cannot die. So truly, you were never born. All attachment to this body, this mind, these beliefs that you were born imply that you are separate from your spiritual source. To step into the all-powerful, manifesting beings we truly are, we simply surrender all false ideas and be one with this source. And as we devote ourselves to knowing ourselves as the divine, all-powerful, manifesting beings we truly are, we will see that anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. See, all of us are great manifesting masters, so that what do? We come to an awareness, and that great manifesting master is ready to be integrated into our lives. And the more understanding we have about just the basics and foundational manifesting principles, the easier it is to discover the manifesting master within and experience the magic everywhere we go. You see, we always attract exactly what we most need to know and experience. Some experiences we have in this life are simply old, repressed thought forms trying to bubble up from the depths of our subconscious to be healed and liberated. These are things that we just pack away in the closet, you see. We just put it in the closet. Put it in the closet. It piles up, and every now and then it bubbles up from our subconscious. Actually, why? Wants to be healed and liberated. Whatever experience you manifest in this life is yours and the result of your thoughts, feelings, and energetic frequency. The fact that you are reading, listening to this kind of information right now means that all of you are ready to receive it, period. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't ready to receive it. When you are able to keep your mind on what you truly desired for even a few minutes a day, just not ages, few minutes a day, you'll manifest it into your life at the speed of light. Learning how to hold our attention on one thing in a focused and yet non-rigid way for an extended period of time is our first manifesting secret. Discovering the spiritual being within you is the key to cultivating this focused attention. What is most needed to achieve this monumental feat is a gentle, curious, and constant exploration of the truth of who and what you really are. This is something that cannot be described in words. Yet the adventure to reveal this great gem within it is why we are all actually here I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. Look even deeper within. What is generating your thoughts? Where is the source of the thoughts that are coming through your mind right now? Ask yourself randomly today. When you are not this whirlwind of thoughts, who are you? Then look beneath them and beyond them. Sit with this question for at least 10 minutes sometime today. Where are my thoughts coming from? This infinite universe, pure consciousness, and change are the only three constant things in this life. Meditate on them all throughout your day today. Practice embracing this truth on all levels, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Let this truth seep deeply into your core. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here Tuesday, May 21, 2024, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. And watch the magic flow in